Hi everybody, Mature Simmer here. So welcome back to continued play in week 8 at the Jalisco Championship. Going to be heading into round 2 here, obviously trying to stay in first place. Alright, looks like we're going to have low wind. Alright, so heading in here. Doesn't look like much has happened. We've got Xander Schauffele and Chandler Phillips. Looks like they are in the clubhouse and done. Brooke is sitting there at 36th, so she's definitely not very far back. Cut looks like right now it's sitting at 14 over. She's 3 away from that, but she'll probably hang on. Alright, so had the arrow kind of in the way there. Had forgotten to move things down a little bit more closed than I'd like. I definitely need to stay away from that for when TGC Tours comes up next time, because man, that hurt me pretty bad when that was working that way. Alright, perfect, and again a little bit extra power, but we'd call that 4 perfects. And that landing is about as perfect as we're going to get. Okay. I knew it, wanted to hit it lightly, but just didn't want it to run away. Alright, and Brooke is already 13 over, but we'll see if she really does that poorly. It's pretty rare that your rival doesn't make the cut, but it does happen. Alright, so pretty straightforward here. Definitely going to get things going. I'm going to leave it here because I don't want to overdrive things. The pole is going to bring it back a little. Alright, great roll. Oh, no, not quite on line. If it was, I think that would have gone in the cup. That would have been really, really sweet. Okay. A long way. So close. I did move back a little bit, but it didn't happen. An eagle would have been lovely. But once again, I scooted away from that and didn't get it. So I'm going to jinx myself. Again, I don't normally kind of go into that belief anyway, but if I do keep winning tournaments, I'm going to have to decide, is it time to change something and make it a little bit more challenging? But yeah, I don't want to get ahead of myself like that. It looks like a good shot, but I'm on the wrong green, I think. Yeah, or the wrong location, absolutely. So, what have we got here? So it's a 29 yard, 28 yard. Alright. Not bad. But I think we're just going for the par here. Shoot. Did not go. Alright. So again, like I said, before I get ahead of myself. Alright, well, Brooke is up at 14, but we don't know what the cut is. I do want to apologize. I did realize as I was editing the videos ahead of this, I had my flight simulator overlay sitting on, which I'm sure was extremely distracting. Hopefully it's gone now. I'm sure it is. It's hidden on the settings, so it would be surprising if it was not, but things can happen. Alright. So, not a bad pick out of the bunker there. Ooh, no! Really? Wow. I mean, it's a par, but I'd prefer to not just have pars. I'd love to really walk away with this and really do quite well. Alright, well now she's 15 over. I just can't imagine the cut's gonna stay there. But she did do interestingly, for sure. Alright. It's there forward. So I'm gonna kind of pull it back just a tiny bit. The open is not good, so that's not gonna help. Oh, we're off. We're off to the right side. Alright, it's up, so I'm gonna go the full 14. Because otherwise, I don't... Oh, wow. That's as close as I've ever gotten to a flop going in. But that was nice. Alright, I'm gonna put it over here. It is a tighter position, but it should be good. And yes, I hit it well, so on target, and then that just will make it an easier hit here. So we're gonna pull that. Alright, looks like we lost 5% of power, which would actually be good. But we're still going to roll off almost positively, so we'll see how that goes. Not terrible, but not great, that's for sure. Alright, so it's 10 yards, so I don't want to go too far. Maybe here. Nice. Alright. Those are always excellent. So, alright, the other par 5. See if we can get the 5 pars or better. I didn't even see where things were at, so I need to probably slow down a bit. Alright, hopefully we're not going to curve over. I think we'll be okay. Alright, a little bit closer to the edge than I would like, for certain, but not horrendously bad. Alright, this is going to be tricky. Alright, it was a bit of an overswing, and I'd kind of rather do that than suddenly end up short, so I'm okay with that. You know, a little bit more than I would have liked, certainly, but I think it's the smarter play. Alright, we just need to get to the hill, which we did, and it had a lot of downhill power there, so not surprised we're way past the hole, but that's why we try not to make that the shot, right? Oh, it moved back a lot. That moved a lot. It was kind of going straight, and then it yanked itself like halfway. Wow. Alright, so much for 5 pars in a row, which is the daily challenge. Should easily be able to do that. And I think, I don't know if I'm going to finish the entire event in this sitting, but Definitely thinking about playing more than one round for sure. So in 36 holes, I would hope I could get at least 5 pars in a row at some point. Not where I would like it to be. Big break. Alright, we're up. We're coming over, but yeah, not big enough. So yeah, these are not simple greens. That's part of the... No, come on, don't. Oh, you can tell at the end when it starts to slow down and then it curves more. Wow. Alright, 2 bogeys in a row. So now we've lost anything we got in the round and we're back to even. So again, we're gonna be conservative. Oh, very open. Eesh, that's pretty awful. Alright, 8 iron, we're gonna lose 10%. So it's gonna be 17, let's see, 18. Gonna put me at 162. I'm thinking this might be alright. We lost a good amount of power. Oof. That was bad. What is happening to my golf game? It is not a pretty thing, I'll tell you that. Not a pretty thing. Alright, nice and close. Wow. Rolling in would have been really beautiful. Alright. A par. So that starts it. She's up to 15 over. But still only 47th, so I think she's making the cut. Because again, until she starts sitting below 60th, I would assume about half the field is going to be allowed through. Alright. So... Alright, lovely sound. Might be too far. Wow, I am further over to the right than I really thought I was in that, so... That's a bit surprising. Alright, coming over. Are we gonna make it? I think we did. Alright, so I think that was another birdie. So that brings me down to 5 under. Alright. We're aiming for the little neck. Don't think we're gonna make it. We kinda did. Alright. We lost some rolling through the rough, but it positions us somewhat well. We're gonna lose a yard, lose 2. So yeah, this is probably what we want to have. Nicely shot. Where are we gonna land? Okay, nice and close. Within 10 feet, so that's good. Ooh, somehow felt a little crooked, but... Alright, so now we have 3 pars or better in a row. We need to keep improving. Alright, we're gonna gain some. So we're gonna try this. Okay, I think that's not a bad shot. It's gonna be too far right again. Okay, landed near the hole, but... So maybe a little bit because it's downhill. Wow. Oh, okay. It did come back somehow. That was unexpected. Terrific Tom Kim. Okay. Don't know who he is offhand, but... Oof. Oh boy. Alright, we're gonna go for it. Okay, hit well. So I'll take that. It's gonna be far, I know that. But there's an uphill there, and so it'll slow it down. And again, this is a par 4, so being able to get there makes a lot of things possible. So let's see. Again, there's a downhill, so I don't want to go too far. We did make it. It moved us quite a bit, but this should be an easy birdie, I would hope. Not so easy. But it's in. Alright, 4 in a row. Now, yeah, the 7 in a row. Wasn't able to do that. The closest I've gotten is 6. So there we go. We got the daily quest. Alright, we're going to leave this. We lost power, so that's not going to help. Oof. Yeah, didn't hit it hard enough. Alright, we are 80. We want to go a little harder than that. Beautiful. That is a very nice pick. Alright. Alright, she's 17, she's 47th. So, I'm thinking she's comfortable. She'd have to really lose focus, I think. Oh, there's a bunker, but I think we hopped it. I think we hopped it. We got really lucky. Alright, 5-iron, a little bit of air time. Alright, I know it's going to move a little from the lie. Just get on the green is the most important thing. I think that's actually not... it's rolling a little more energy than I would have liked. Definitely a lot of curling around right at the end, which doesn't bode well for a reasonable shot here. And on target, but oh, so very close, but it should be a birdie on the par 5, so that is nice. Ooh, she's 18. I think she's in the 50s now. Would make it simpler if I didn't have to worry about her, but I don't know that that will be the case. Alright, 200 yards. Let's stick with this as it sits. It's heading right, even though it was closed. Hit the green, but then bounced off. So, that is sad. Alright, so... 18... Alright, directly at the flag, that's great. Didn't hit the pin though, so it wasn't quite directly at the flag. Alright, another par. 9 under is good, because that means I'm 5 under. But again, this was when, well, I did have a problem on the 16th, so that's already ahead, but I had lost 4 strokes on the last 3 holes. So if we don't do that, that will be a victory in and of itself. So definitely trying to stay focused here. Alright, long way to go. I'm trying to remember if this was the one. I think it was the 18th that I ended up in the water. Alright, not bad and interesting. It definitely kind of held up when it ran. Go a little bit this way. Come on. Alright. So that gets me to 10 under, so we're double digits. Oop, she's 61st. Maybe. We'll see what she does this hole. Alright, we're gonna get pulled back. Man, 5 wood though. Alright, kind of straight. We'll see. Ah. Oh, that's just bad luck. That wouldn't have been bad otherwise. It really wouldn't have been. Alright, let's see. So, if I want to go... Let's see, we're at... I'm going to try it here. Just want to be gentle. Beautiful. Oh, 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 oh! Yes! I'm quite excited. Brooke's like, you're awful, man. I can't beat you. 21. Alright, well, she's gonna hang on, it looks like. So, I will not be rid of her, but I have a 15-stroke lead now over Xander Schauffele. I'm not gonna assume anything, because that guy, I know him, I know Tony Finau, I know those names, so nothing is safe. Alright, so up to 39, but probably won't be up to 40 with the next round. Alright, what kind of shirt did we get? Let's see. So it's a 2K, kind of a khaki. Alright, 25,000 followers instead of 23. So that helps. Now the one thing that is an improvement, because again, I think we were 11 under on the first round last event, and then I kept being over. This time I improved from round 1 to round 2. I don't know that I can continue to do that, but if I can continue to stay under par, I should be in good shape. But that's what started to make it difficult, because I finished, I think, 4 or 5 strokes ahead or something. It wasn't nearly as far ahead as I was in the beginning. This movement is definitely much better. So we're going to wrap this one up. As always, if you've enjoyed this, haven't dropped a like, or have not subscribed, please consider those things, and I will see you next time.